King Solomon is coming back at last. So get ready, people, get ready. King will come back soon. And you're to hear the latest news. The King will come back soon. Jesus will come. Oh, morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It is Friday. All right. Let us chat a little bit, guys. Let us chat a little bit. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fabulous and a fantastic morning. I don't understand what is going on here. On my computer, it is not. It is saying my browser is up to date, but it can't play YouTube. I'm not sure what that is all about. But good morning, everybody. I am here. It is Friday. We're gonna have to chat a little bit. And also, today we are going to be starting the reading of the book of Deuteronomy. So come on in, guys. Come on in. Invite your friends and your friends to come on in, and everybody come on in, kick off your shoes and come sit down and let us have this conversation. We're going to talk about some of the things that's been happening as we speak right now. I have the hurricane going on outside. Yeah, the hurricane has moved north from Florida, and now I have winds and rain ever since last night. Nothing too serious, I don't think. I've looked out and I don't see anything broken, but there are just some wind gusts. Some wind gusts that comes around periodically, some strong wind gusts, but nothing like real hurricane that I'm used to seeing in Florida or in Miami, in Florida or in Jamaica. But it is going on with itself outside. There is a lot of rain, which I don't mind. I think we need the rain. I don't mind when it rains. But here now I wake up and my computer is acting foul, not doing what it is supposed to be doing. And now I am stuck with it. But anyway, a pleasant good morning to you all. If you are new here, a very, very special welcome to you. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are a returning traveler, I want to say thank you for your continued support. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you who have come in to spend some time on my channel. I thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. But without wasting any time, if my computer could come up, we could move on, but my computer doesn't seem. It says connect your Samsung. I'm not sure what is going on, to be honest with y'all. I'm not sure what is happening here. Not too sure, but there's a lot of things happening in front of me right now. Okay. So come on in, guys. There are lots of things going on my computer. Give me a second, guys. Let me see. Why is my computer acting like this? I am not sure why it's acting like it is acting, but it is indeed acting foul. But anyway, welcome guys. Welcome again. Thank you all so much for coming. This morning, it's September 30th, last day of September. And we have just about 90 days to go before the year is over. Just about 91 days to go. Before the year is over, we are into 2023. So now we are going to start the 5th book of Moses, which is called Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel, and Laban, and Mazaroth, and Dizahab. There are 11 days' journey from Horeb by the way of Mount Seir, unto Kadesh Barnea. And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spake unto the children of Israel, according unto all that the Lord had given him in commandment unto them. After he had slain Sihon the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon, and Og the king of Bashan, which dwelt at Ashtaroth in Edrei, on this side Jordan, in the land of Moab, began Moses to declare this law, saying, The Lord our God spake unto us in Horeb, saying, Ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. Turn you, and take your journey, and go to the mount of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh thereunto, in the plains, in the hills, and in the valley, and in the south, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and unto Lebanon, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. When you come in, guys, say something so that I can know you are there. I know there are people out there who are watching and listening, but don't want to say anything. Say hello. Say hi. We are continuing the reading of Deuteronomy chapter 1. And we are on to verse 8. So if you're following in your Google Bible or in your book Bible, that's where we're at. So you can follow along. Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them and to their seed after them. And I spake unto you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. The Lord your God hath multiplied you, and behold, ye are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude. The Lord God of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as you are, and bless you as he hath promised you. How can I myself alone bear your cumbrance, and your burden, and your strife? Take you wise men, and understand, and know among your tribes, and I will make them rulers over you. And he answered me and said, The thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do. So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over 50s, and captains over 10s, and officers among your tribes. And I charge your judges at that time, saying, Hear the causes between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brother, and the stranger that is with him. He shall not respect persons in judgment, but he shall bear the small as well as the great. He shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is God's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. And I commanded you at this time all the things which ye shall do. And when ye departed from Horeb, we went through all that great and terrible wilderness, which ye saw by the way of the mountain of the Amorites, as the Lord our God commanded us. And we came to Kadesh Barnea. And I said unto you, Ye are come unto the mountain of the Amorites, which the Lord our God doth give unto us. Behold, the Lord thy God hath set the land before thee. Go up and possess it, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath said unto thee. Fear not, neither be discouraged. And ye came near unto me, every one of you, and said, We will send men before us, and they shall search us out the land, and bring us word again by what way we must go up, and into what cities we shall come. And the saying pleased me well. And I took 12 men of us, one of every tribe. And they turned and went up into the mountain, and came unto the valley of Eshcol, and searched it out. And they took of the fruit of the land in their hands, and brought it down unto us, and brought us word again, and said, It is a good land, which the Lord our God doth give us. Notwithstanding, he would not go up, but rebelled against the commandment of the Lord your God. And he murmured in your tents, and said, Because the Lord hated us, he hath brought us forth out of the land of Egypt, to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us. Whither shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our heart, saying, The people is greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to heaven. And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakims there. Then I said unto you, Dread not, neither be afraid of them. The Lord your God, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. And in the wilderness, where thou hast seen now that the Lord thy God bare thee, as a man doth bear his son, in all the way that he went, until he came into this place. Yet in this thing he did not believe the Lord your God, who went in the way before you, to search you out a place to pitch your tents in fire by night, to shew you by what way ye should go, and in a cloud by day. And the Lord heard the voice of your words, and was wroth, and sware, saying, Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see that good land, which I swear to give unto your fathers, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh. He shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he hath trodden upon, and to his children, because he hath wholly followed the Lord. Oh, Cad is here. Cad, how are you doing? I thought about you. How are you doing, my love? And We Unlock Nation is here as well. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a happy Friday. I hope it's nice weather where you're at. It's nice weather for me. It's raining, but it is also windy. Very windy outside. And the wind is, maybe every 10 minutes or so, you get a very big gush of wind. Yeah, that's what we're getting. And right now, if you're just coming in and you're not sure where we're reading from this morning, we're reading from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1. And Deuteronomy is considered to be the 5th book of Moses. And we are on to verse 37. Also, the Lord was angry was angry with me for your sakes, saying, Thou also shalt not go in thither. But Joshua the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall call Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones, which he said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go to thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. But as for you, turn you, and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then he answered and said unto me, We have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight, according to all that the Lord our God commanded us. And when he had girded on every man his weapons of war, he were ready to go up into the hill. And the Lord said unto me, Say unto them, Go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. So I spake unto you, and he would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Lord, and went presumptuously up into the hill. And the Amorites, which dwelt in the mountains, came out against you, and chased you, as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir. Okay. Even unto Hormah. And he returned and wept before the Lord. But the Lord would not hearken to your voice, nor give ear unto you. So he abode in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that he abode there. Wow, that was a sudden ending for chapter 1. That was a rather sudden ending for chapter 1. Okay, so in chapter 1, it's sort of... Oh, Crackers is here. Crackers, what's up? So in chapter 1 of the Deuteronomy, it's sort of reiterating what happened when the children of Israel were there on the wilderness. Because remember when Moses had sent all these men to go and scout out the land of the Amorites to see if it was good land. You remember when they came back, they said there was grapes and pomegranates and all of that in the land, and they told him that the land was good and the land was fruitful. So here in chapter 1 of the Deuteronomy, they're being reminded of their behavior at that time and how the Lord had promised them that not one of the men that were rebelling against him would see the promised land, save for Joshua and Caleb. And here he is reiterating, he's reminding them that his word, that was what he said. And don't forget that he carried out that act. He said he was going to allow only Caleb and Joshua to see it among all the men who were quarreling. And that was true. Remember, remember Aaron, he was talking up for the people. We was advocating for the people and talking about, the journey and the lack of water and the lack of food and how long they were taking to get to where they wanted to get to. And he didn't live to see the promised land because remember, he died up on the mountain of Hor after Moses was given the instructions to strip him of his raiments, put his raiments onto Eleazar, and he would die upon the mountains. The Bible calls the dying the gathering. He shall be gathered unto his people. And so this Deuteronomy chapter 1, that's what it is going over, reminding them of all that and how they had gone to war, even though the Lord had said, do not go unless I am with you. Because if I am not with you, you will be slaughtered. You will be slain. There will be multitudes of you who will lose your life. So wait. Wait until I say go. Because when I say go, that means I am with you. And that will ensure your success in the war. You'll be able to slay your enemies. So that's what chapter 1 is talking about. And we are going to move on to chapter 2. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. And the Lord spake unto me, saying, He have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward. And command thou the people, saying, Ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir. And they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. Meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land, no, not so much as a footbreadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. Okay, so Esau and his tribe was already inhabiting Mount Seir. I didn't even know that. You see how reading is power and knowledge? Yeah. I didn't even know that. I am thinking back as to what had happened to Esau. I remembered, didn't he leave? God, help me with this. Esau and Jacob. I remember that story quite well with Esau. And I remember he had left from among his people. But here we come back, he's telling us where he went. So he was not among everybody who journeyed down there to Egypt, because he had departed. I think it was in Genesis that he had departed. So now we know where he was. He was in the land of Seir, S-E-I-R. That's where he was. So now that the children of Israel are out of Egypt and trying to get to Canaan, the promised land, they are passing by the land that is inhabited by Esau and his inhabitants, Esau and his family, his descendants. And the Lord said, don't even stop. Don't even take a foot. I won't even give you a foot of the land that is now inhabited by Esau. He shall buy meat of them for money, and he may eat, and he shall also buy water of them for money, that he may drink. For the Lord thy God hath blessed thee in all the works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years the Lord thy God hath been with thee. Thou hast lacked nothing. And when we passed by from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, through the way of the plain from Elath, and from Ezion-Geber, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. Remember, Jacob and Esau, they were enemies. So Esau went one way and Jacob went the other. And this is where the children of Israel came from. Yes, they came from Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. And that's who the 12... Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and read God's response right there. Yes, I remember that in Genesis, they had separated and he had gone his way. But I didn't remember ever having read that this is where he ended up. So now we know where Esau ended up. Let us continue with verse 9. And the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle. For I will not give thee of their land for a possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for a possession. Oh, okay. The land of Ar, that is Ar, was given to Lot for a possession. The Emims dwelt therein in times past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakims, which also were accounted giants as the Anakims, but the Moabites call them Emims. The Horims also dwelt in Seir before time, but the children of Esau succeeded them when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelt in their stead, as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which the Lord gave unto them. Okay, so here we are learning that the Horims were the people who dwelt in this land of Seir before Esau came, and Esau and his people dispossessed the Horims and took over this land of Seir. The same way Israel, remember it was Jacob whose name was changed to Israel. So when he refers to Israel here, he's really talking about the same person we know as Jacob. Yes, as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which the Lord gave unto them. Verse 13 said, Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook Zered. And we went over the brook Zered, and the space in which we came from Kadesh Barnea until we were come over the brook Zered was 38 years. Okay, let's read that again. And the space in which we came from Kadesh Barnea until we were come over the brook Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of among the host, as the Lord sware unto them. This makes me wonder, how long was their year? Because 38 years in our time, it said they spent 40 years in the wilderness. So, is this an additional 38 years, or is this 38 years out of the 40? Because then that would mean that they, between leaving Egypt and getting to this place, would have taken them 2 years. Hey, Makeup Mom and Son, how are you doing? How are you doing? So good to see you, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Thank you so much for checking in. Thank you so much for stopping by. We sincerely appreciate it over here on Trevesense Unstoppable. We appreciate you very, very, very much, my dear friend, Makeup Mom and Son. The guys who are here in the chat, if you're in the background or you are in the chat, if you are not connected with Makeup Mom and Son, go ahead and connect with her nice little channel she has going on over there. Okay? All right. So, Cad, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so 38 years, but I'm saying, did it take them 2 years from Egypt to get there, or is this an additional 38 years? Chances are by reading we might find out, but right now that is where my questioning is right now. They took 40 years in the wilderness. So, I mean, the journey took them 40 years. And now it's saying that they took 38 years. They took 38 years at this leg of the journey. So I'm not sure if they took 2 years from Egypt to get here, or if this is an additional. That is something I need to find out. God, that is the thing that we need to find out. All right, let's work on this together. We're going to read verse 14 again. And the space in which we came from Kadesh Barnea until we were come over the brook Zered was 38 years, until all the generations of the men of war were wasted out from among the host, as the Lord sware unto them. For indeed the hand of the Lord was against them, to destroy them from among the host, until they were consumed. So it came to pass, when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people, that the Lord spake unto me, saying, Thou art to pass over through Ar. Ar is A-R, the coast of Moab this day. And when those cometh nigh over against the children of Ammon, distress them not, nor meddle with them, for I will not give thee of the land of the children of Ammon any possession, because I have given it unto the children of Lot for a possession. So they are passing by Seir, which belongs to Esau. They are not getting that. They are passing by the land of Ar, that is A-R, which was given to Lot. Remember, those of you who don't remember who Lot was, remember when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, Lot and his daughters and his wife escaped from Sodom, and they went to dwell in the mountains. Remember, the wife became a pillar of salt after she turned around to think about all her possessions that she had left in Sodom, and all of her possessions was going to be burnt, because when they look back, fire was raining down on Sodom and Gomorrah, and she was worried about her possessions, so she turned into a pillar of salt. And Lot went on with their 3 daughters. Yes, God says, see, they were only supposed to take the land that the Lord instructed them. Exactly. So here he was telling them which land they were going to get, but which land they were not supposed to take. And unless he said take it, they were not supposed to take it. So they could not take Seir, because that land was already given to Esau. And they were not supposed to stop or touch the land of Ar, A-R, because that land already belonged to Lot. And verse 20, that also was accounted a land of giants. Giants dwell therein in old time, and the Ammonites call them Zamzum Mims. A great people, and many, and tall as the Anakims, but the Lord destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them, and dwelt in their stead. And he did as he did to the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir, when he destroyed the Horims from before them, and they succeeded them, and dwelt in their stead even unto this day. And the Avims, which dwelt in Azarim, even unto Azar, the Caphtorims, which came forth out of Caphtor, destroyed them, and dwelt in their stead. Rise ye up, take your journey, and pass over the river Arnon. Behold, I have given into thine hand Sion, the land. Begin to possess it, and contend with him in battle. This day will I begin to put the dread of thee and the fear of thee upon the nations that are under the whole heaven, who shall hear report of thee, and shall tremble, and be in anguish because of thee. Okay, Kat says Lot was Abraham's nephew. I think I remember that. Yeah. I think I remember that. Lot was Abraham's nephew. All right, you see, Kat, I just love when you are in the chat. You always, help to catch up my memory. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We are on to verse 26. And I sent messengers over out of the wilderness of Kedemoth unto Sihon, king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, Let me pass through thy land. I will go along by the highway. I will neither turn into the right nor the left. Thou shalt sell me meat for money, that I may eat, and give me water for money, that I may drink. Only I will pass through on my feet. As the children of Esau which dwelt in Seir, and the Moabites which dwelt in Ar, did unto me, until I shall pass over Jordan into the land which the Lord our God giveth me. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass by him, for the Lord thy God hardened his spirit, and made his heart obstinate, that he might deliver him into thy hand, as appeareth this day. And the Lord said unto me, Behold, I have begun to give Sihon and his land before thee. Begin to possess, that thou mayest inherit his land. Then Sihon came out against us, he and all his people, to fight at Jahaz. And the Lord our God delivered him before us, and we smote him, and his sons, and all his people. And we took all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed the men and the women, and the little ones of every city. We left none to remain. Only the cattle we took for a prey unto ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we took. So, Kad, you remember when I had said that these people went into the people's land and they smote them, they slew everybody, and they stole the people's animals and the people's gold and whatever they had of value. You remember you said the Lord told them to do it. The Lord told them to steal the Lord told them to steal the people's things. My thoughts here are going wild at the moment. I'm pausing to ensure that I do not say what I don't intend to say out loud. So you all see that when people are saying that they are doing bad things and they are calling the name of the Lord while they are doing wrong, and they are laying it at his feet, saying that he instructed them to do these things, have you all ever wondered whether or not they might be right? For the mere fact that here were these chosen people, the children of Israel, and look at what they were doing in the name of the Lord. They were... Jackie, how you doing? Jackie, I was looking here. I saw you on Teacher P. I was watching Teacher P's live. I didn't comment, but I saw you over there, I saw you. How is everything going with you, Jackie? God says possess is not steal. I don't agree. I respectfully don't agree with that, my sister. I don't agree. Because I think there was a lot of land. Oh, yeah, I see. I see you, Sister Jackie. So Sister Card, let us talk about it. Sister Card says, possess is not steal. So, because it was the Lord who gave this land to the children of Israel, so it was not them stealing. I disagree. And I am just thinking of the process of dispossessing somebody of their place where they live, and you go in and you dispossess them. And not only do you dispossess them, you slay everybody, man, woman, children, the baby on the suckling on the breast, everybody. Crude and cruel, ain't it? Yeah. You go in and you slay everybody. And you take the animals. Because to you, the animals are worth something. But the people ain't. You take everything that is of value that you can sell. That you can sell or trade. And you do so in the name of the Lord. These were the acts in early civilization, guys. Yeah, it was. I'm not making it up. It's here in the good book. Yeah, that's what they used to do. Yeah, they go in, they slaughter everybody. All right, so God in defense of it says, the earth is the Lord's, and he told them to possess it. Is the earth still the Lord's? And if he tells me to go dispossess somebody of something, because I'm saying this, guys, I don't know if I'm playing devil's advocate here, but as the modern laws do not support this kind of stuff. So even now, if we're saying the earth is the Lord, and if I say the Lord spoke to me and told me to go across the street and take my neighbor's house, get rid of them and take the house, because the earth is the Lord's. And so if everything in this earth belongs to him and he says take it, then I have a right to take it. You see how you would have to come bail me, card? Oh, you are off to work. Okay, Jackie. Okay. Okay, darling. You have a fabulous day. Have a fantastic day, my friend. But Trev, they did ask them peacefully to pass through and pay for everything that they used from them, and they refused. But it is their right to refuse. Yeah, if they ask them to let them pass through. You see how all of this is filled with so much revenge? If they ask them, okay, make up mom and son says she's heading off to work. Okay, darling, you have a fantastic day now. Be safe. So Card in her defense is saying they asked them to let them pass through, and they said, no, you are not going to pass through here. And you just take brute force. You take brute force and you say, well, if me not pass through here, me I go just everybody and take everything, all the animals, and then you still watch me, and me are the bully. Okay, so God say, but they are blocking the Lord's purpose. Okay, and the Lord's purpose is with the children of Israel. And so, because they are in that spot where the children of Israel need to pass, they needed to destroy them. Okay. Okay, so there, we are always going to find justification. Who am I? I'm only human. And I'm just a woman. Not just a woman, but you know, the song came up in my head. That's why I said that. But God is saying they were blocking the Lord's path, the Lord's purpose. And that is why he had to destroy them so that the children of Israel could continue on through. Genesis 12 verse 31. All right, let's read Genesis 12 verse 31. Genesis 12. No, Genesis 12 no have no 31. Genesis 12 ends at 20. Come again, Kat. Do you mean 13? Not 13, because 13 says, Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. Come on, Kat. Which scripture is it you want me to read? Because you said Genesis 12:31, but Genesis 12 has only 20 verses. Come on. Oh, verse 3. Genesis 12 verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Yes, God. Yes, that was the Lord talking to Abraham when he says, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee. So that was when God promised Abraham that he will get him to the land that he has shown him. That is the land that the children of Israel are now traveling to find, the land of Canaan. And I still don't get the justification. Even though you have some great strong points, God, I just see where the wanton just destruction of human life the whole way. I just find it to be crude. And even though I can respectfully understand what you say, that these people were blocking the Lord's purpose, but at the same time, somebody don't just walk up to you and say, give me what you have, and you just hand over what you have. Somebody don't just come and say, let me move into your house because the Lord told me so. And you just say, okay, move on in. So I didn't see where those people were wrong in standing up for their possession. I don't see where they was wrong. They were wrong. Because that's what we do. People stand up for their possession. People try to protect what they have. And for somebody to just come and say, oh, let me pass. Remember, there were a lot of animals, with the children of Israel, If they pass through your land, just one pass through of that many people and that many animals, all those hoofs digging in your land, and after they have passed through, you're going to have a lot of holes to refill in your land because of all the hoof prints and the people. All of that land is going to have to be redone. Imagine. So if they say, no, I don't want y'all to walk through here. I don't want y'all to walk through here. Y'all go walk around or go walk somewhere else. I think they were within that right because that was their land. But God said, he will make him a great nation, which is Israel, and all who bless them, he will bless those and curse those who curse them. That I understand, that he said that. But even with that, I am saying that there is so much shrewdness and slayings and all these things that even now I find to be quite repulsive, that this is how people were treated even back then. And even until today, people want to just take your things and you can't say anything. You got to shut up, let them take it for whatever reason they want to take it, because they'll take your life. And I am wondering if this is where the tribe of thieves are from. Because the people who believe that they are entitled, is this where it came from? Because people still believe that they are entitled to the possession of other people. And they can just take it, and if you don't want to give it willingly, they can just destroy you, get rid of you, slay you, and take your things, dispose of you because you're worth nothing. And this makes me wonder if the people in today's society who maintain that mentality, if they are descendants of this tribe of people who believed such. All right. Enough said, Trev. Enough said. Okay, let's read verse 32 again. Then Sion came out against us, he and all his people, to fight at Jahaz. And the Lord our God delivered him before us, and we smote him and his sons and all his people. And we took all his cities at that time, and utterly destroyed the men, the women, the little ones of every city. We left none to remain. Only the cattle we took for a prey unto ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we took from Aroer, which is by the brink of the river Arnon, and from the city that is by the river, even unto Gilead. There was not one city too strong for us. The Lord our God delivered all unto us. Only unto the land of the children of Ammon thou camest not, nor unto any place of the river Jabbok, nor unto the cities of the mountains, nor unto whatsoever the Lord our God forbade us. They both had a lot of cattle. Passing through would not have made a difference. Well, we're going to agree to disagree. I still think that the people had the right. They didn't have manicured lawns like you might be right. You might be right. You got me on that. You got me on that. They didn't have manicured lawns like we have today. It was just wilderness, trees, and there were some plains and stuff, but there were trees and mountains, and yeah. All right. You got me with that, sis. You got me with that. So it would not have made a difference. None to destroy manicured lawns. Okay, you are right about that. Yes, guys. So I still maintain my position. God got me on that the animals passing through would not have made a difference, but I still maintain my position that I thought the people had a right to stand up for their land, but not so, said the children of Israel and their Lord, who determined which land they were supposed to take and which they weren't supposed to take. The people who lived on lands that were rocky and didn't seem to be too fruitful, they weren't allowed to take those lands. They were forbidden. They didn't want those kinds of land, because what you're going to do with land that has a lot of rocks, that you might have to remove the rocks if you want to plant anything. You're going to have to reconstruct that whole area of land if you want to plant anything, because seeds can't grow out of stones. So they didn't touch those lands. But the lands that seemed as though they would be fruitful. The lands that were good grazing lands for their animals, they took those lands. So all those cities round and about Gilead, all that area, they were allowed to dispossess the people, slay the people, and take all of that land. Because the Lord, their God, determined that that land was supposed to be theirs. Guys, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but the wind and the rain outside, the wind and the rain outside, the hurricane is here, Cad. I bet you have sunshine down there. I have rain and wind. We don't have school up here today because of the wind and the expectation that we're going to have more wind. You see me looking out the window there because everything is sort of rattling. And you know these houses, they are not made of brick. Just the front of the house has like some brick decorating stones there. But like the sides of the house, it's like plastic. It's like that plastic panel thing. Like these houses are only big, they're not strong. They are not made of strong material. They are just made of plastic and foam and paper. Yeah. Yes, I do, Cad. Yes, I do. I do, and I'm worried that later it's going to deciding exactly just that metal whatever siding that is. That's all that we have. That's all that we have on the walls. The last time in Hurricane Michael in 2016, it took off, it knocked down the fencing and took off the siding off of one side of the house. Because these siding, they are not like nailed in our stuff. They are pushed in. Yeah, they are pushed in. So they are not strong. You bump into it and before you know it, the thing is falling out. But that's how they do. Cheap stuff for a lot of money. Yeah, so let us continue talking, guys. We are finished reading now Deuteronomy chapters 1 and 2. That's all we are going to read for today. Yeah, that's all we are going to read for today. Not tomorrow. Not Sunday. But Monday. Yeah, Monday we will come back and we will read 2 more chapters on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we will read 2 more chapters on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we will have Swords in Hand, which is the shortened version of Swords in Hand. I'm giving you the rundown of what is going to happen on the channel for the next week. So, no reading tomorrow, no reading on Sunday. On Monday, we will read. On Wednesday, we will read. On Thursday, we will have Swords in Hand Bible Trivia. On Saturday, we will have the October party. So if you were born October, come join us. Come join us on Saturday evening when we will be having the party for everybody who was born the month of October. All right. So that is going to be it from me for today, for this morning. As I go off to get my day together, I will be back on Monday. But until then, I shall be posting videos of the hurricane on my channel. So go ahead and watch and continue to support the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. God, my sister, we will talk on the phone. Overton, if you are here. Overton, if you are here, what time is it now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Overton might be sleeping. Miss Pat! Hi! How are you doing, my sister? How are you doing? Yes, my dear. I was just doing the readings of Deuteronomy chapters 1 and 2. And now we are going... I'm going off to go take care of stuff because I'm having hurricane winds right now, and they're not consistent. They come around like they're outer band winds, so they come around like every, I don't know, every 5 minutes, 10 minutes. A big gust comes around, but I have the really consistent rain. It's been raining since yesterday evening, and it is continuing to rain. So that's how it is where I'm at. I don't know. I'm going to work later, so I'm going to get myself together. And I don't know if the winds are going to pick up later on. If I see them picking up, then I'm going to have to leave very early so that I don't have to drive in a very heavy storm. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to leave you all to enjoy your day. Stay safe, my friends. Have yourselves a fantastic day. And whatever you do, don't forget that your journey matters. I see you all later, my friends. Have a fantastic day, everybody. God, I'm going to call you in a second.